Hello again. I just wanted to talk a little today about bed sores and how to take care of someone that's bedbound. I took care of my father for over a year. He was not bedbound at the time, but he had gone back home to live with my mom afterward. And when I found my father, he was in a nursing home. And it was unbelievable to me what happened to him in that nursing home. Nursing homes are a complete disgrace, especially in Florida. My father was in a facility called Heartland Healthcare, and when I got there, my dad was out of his mind. Like I could not understand what was wrong with him because he couldn't look at me properly. He could barely have a conversation. And they kept telling me it was because my dad had dementia. Well, my dad had mild dementia, and I was just there visiting him a month prior, and he was nothing like that. He was walking with a walker, and he didn't look great, but he had chronic illness, so I expected that. But I did not expect in 4 weeks' time to see my father deteriorate this way. And the things that they didn't do right, okay? He was extremely dehydrated, number one. He was put on a pureed food diet because he had trouble swallowing when he didn't need that. All he needed was a mechanical soft diet. So he was not eating. This was a person that was once obese who had weight loss surgery, and the last time I saw him was 176 pounds. And when I found him in this facility, he was 141 pounds. He had bed sores. If someone is in a facility like this, they are responsible to rotate the patient every 3 hours. But I saw documentation that said that they advised the patient to rotate himself. Well, no, it was your job to rotate my father, and because you did not, he got a bed sore so large that I could have fit my fist through it. You don't have to have bed sores. You don't have to have bilateral reddened heels that the skin blisters and peels off. There's things called uplifting boots. You can buy them on Amazon if the facility does not provide them. They look kind of like an Intex pool. When you blow up an Intex pool, it's like that, like a floaty, but it's for your legs, and it stops the bottom of the patient's heel from hitting the sheets and rubbing and causing serious problems for them. Also, they don't use a Hoyer lift to transport patients, and that's the best way to transfer a patient from a wheelchair to a bed. You do not use a gait belt. That's very painful, especially on someone with bed sores. And they need physical therapy every day. You can't just let them turn into a stiff board. It's not okay the way these facilities treat people. If they're in a bad facility, get them the hell out of it. Okay? I called an ambulance to get my dad out of the facility and got him to the hospital. He was suffering from severe sepsis. He had been drugged by the facility on antipsychotics and 2 antidepressants without my knowledge. I knew something was wrong with my father. I knew it wasn't the dementia. And I didn't know this until I read the medical records. Always ask for the medical records and read every page. I read through 400 pages of medical records and figured out how neglected my father was.